Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Denmalo Tutorials. In this video, you're going to talk on the measurement of central attendance for grouped data. So here we are given a data and the question is saying find the mean, median, and mode. And as we have said last time that the measurement of central, we are having the main three measurement of central attendance, which is the mean, median, and mode. So here we need to firstly find the mean. So mean, which is shortly being represented by x bar, is equal to the summation of fx over the summation of f, where the f is representing the frequency and x is representing the midpoints. So what you need to do here, we need to add two columns. The first column for the midpoints, and then the second column is for the product of frequency and the midpoint. So let's add the column. So here we need to firstly find the midpoint. So how are we going to find the midpoint in each class? So in the first class here, to find the midpoints, I'm going to say this first lower class limit plus the upper class limit divided by 2. So what I'm saying here is to find, let us look on the first class interval. To find the midpoint here, we're going to say 150 plus 154 all divided by 2. The answer which is equals to 152. So this is how we are going to work the midpoint on each and every class. So we are going to say on the first class, so here let me write this one for midpoint. So I'm going to say in the first class interval 150 plus 154, we've said the midpoint is 152. And then on the second class interval, that's 155 plus 159 divided by 2, and then the midpoint is 157. And then the third one, 160 plus 164 divided by 2, we're going to get 162. So we're going to repeat the process. And then lastly, 185 plus 189 divided by 2, the answer is 187. So after finding our midpoint, now we need to find the product of the frequency and the midpoints. As we are seeing that the formula is saying the summation of the product of frequency and the midpoint. So now we are saying 5 multiplied by 152, we're going to get 760. And then 2 multiplied by 157, we're going to get 314. And then 6 multiplied by 162, that's 972. So we're going to repeat the process of multiplying the frequency by the midpoint. And then lastly, we're going to say 3 multiplied by 187. And then the answer is 561. So now this column is for frequency multiplied by the midpoint. Therefore, after multiplying, now we need to find the summation of the product of frequency and the midpoint. So what it means is we need to add all these points so that we came out with the summation of the product of frequency and the midpoint. So we're going to say 760 plus 314 plus 972 plus 1366 plus 1548 plus 1947 plus 1092 plus 561. And then the total which you're going to get here is the summation f of x is equal to 8530. And then there's a summation of frequency. So we're going to add here the summation of frequency. We're going to add our frequency here. That's 5 plus 2 plus 6 plus 8 plus 9 plus 11 plus 6 plus 3. The total is 50. So it's 50. So meaning to say our mean here is equal to 8530 over 50. So 8530 divided by 50. We are going to get 170.6. So 170.6 is our mean here. So let us go on the median. So the formula for the median, I'm going to write it here on this paper which I'm having here. So the median, which is being represented by this letter, is equal to the lower boundary of the median class plus the class width n over 2 minus f b or over f mx, where this one, this L MC is representing the lower boundary. That's right. Let me write it. The lower boundary of the median class. And N is representing the total frequency. And then FB is for the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency before the cumulative frequency before the median class. And then which one are we having again? We're having FMC, which is the frequency of the model class. And then C is the class width. So here, what I'm saying, we are saying that here we need the class boundaries, because this one, this LMC is saying is the lower boundary of the median class. So myself, I prefer to write the column for the class boundaries, the median class. So it means we need the lower boundaries here. So I'm going to add the column for the lower class boundaries. Yeah. And then I'm seeing it again that I need I'm seeing it here again that I need the cumulative frequency. Since here it's written the cumulative frequency before the median class, so I need the column for the cumulative frequency. So I'm going to write again the cumulative frequency column. So I'm going to say for the lower class boundary, as I said on the other video, that for the lower class boundary, I get those from the lower class limits. We know that these are the lower class limits and this one the upper class limit. So if you check on my videos, I've got another video where I was explaining how to get the class boundaries. So I was saying to get the class boundaries, you come here on the lower class limits, then you have to write minus 0.5. And then you come here on the upper class boundaries, then you say plus 0.5. So what it means, if you need a lower class boundary, you go on each lower class limit and then you say subtract by 0.5, subtract by 0.5. So meaning to say here, I'm going to say 150 subtract by 0.5. 150 subtract by 0.5 is going to be 49. 149, sorry. It's going to be 149.5. And then here it's going to be 154.5. And then here it's going to be 159.5. Then here it's 164.5. Then here it's 169.5. And then here it's 174.5. Here it's 179.5. And then here it's 184.5. So if you have seen what was happening, you have seen that you only subtract on the first one. This is where you're going to say 150 subtract by 0.5, and then on the next you are going to just add here, and then you take this one as the second lower class boundary. So what I'm saying is that you firstly subtract 150 subtract by 0.5, and then you get 149.5. And then on the second one, now there is no need to subtract, just add here. You know that if you say 154.5, then you write it here, and then 159.5 write it here, then 164.5 then you write here on the next class. So this is how you do it. And then the cumulative frequency, for the cumulative frequency, you know how to find the cumulative frequency. For the cumulative frequency, you come here on the frequency, then on the frequency just take 5 as it is, and then to find the second cumulative frequency, you say this 5 plus 2 is going to be 7. Then you say 7 plus 3, that's 13. 13 plus 8, 13 plus 8, that's 21. And then 21 plus 9, that's 30. 30 plus 11, 41. 41 plus 6, 47. 47 plus 3, 50. So this is how we find the cumulative frequency. If you want to prove if the cumulative frequency is through. This last cumulative frequency must be equal to the total frequency. So the total frequency, we have already added it here. I'm sure we added it here when we were calculating the summation of the frequency. So the total frequency, the 50. So we're seeing that this total frequency 50 is equal to the last cumulative frequency. So it means we were doing correct on the calculation of the cumulative frequency. So now let us calculate our median. So let me use this space. I'm going to say median, which is being represented by this letter. We have already read the formula that is equals to L C plus C N over 2 minus FB over FMC. And then we have said that this LMC is representing the lower class boundary of the median class. So how are we going to find the median class? So to find the median class, as we have been working on the on those ungrouped data, we have said that the median class is equals to, we say median class is equals to N over 2, whereby our N is the total frequency, which is 50 divided by 2, which goes to 25. So the 25th number is the median. So now what it means is that where we are going to find the 25th number, that class is where the median is. So where are we going to find? So we are going to use this so we are going to use this cumulative frequency. So here this 5, it means from 1 to 5, and then this 7, it means from this 7, it means from 6 to 7, and then this 13, it means from 8 to 13, 21 here, that's 14 to 21, and then here in 30 it means 22 to 30. So this is where we are going to see, this is where we are going to find the 25th num or the 25th value. So in that class, it means this class is the median class. So if this class is the median class, so we are going to say here on our median class, we need the lower class boundary of the median class. So the lower class boundary of the median class here, we've already worked out the lower class boundary. So our lower class boundary is equals to 169.5 plus our class width. How do we find the class width? Class width, which is being represented by C, is equals to the, here if we are dealing with this type of data where we are not having continuous class intervals, like we are having 150 to 154 and 155 to 154. We are having 150 as the lower class limit, as the lower class limit, and 154 as the upper class limit. And then here on the second class interval, we are seeing that 155 is the lower class limit. So it's not repeating itself. So we are not saying 154 here, 154 here. So what it means is that we are going to use the class boundaries to find our class width. So we are going to use our class boundaries. So the class boundaries, we will say the upper class boundary minus the lower class boundary to find our class width. So here you just come here, our upper class boundary here is, we said that we have to just add here. So our upper class boundary is 154.5 subtracted by the lower class boundary, which is 149.5, and our answer is equals to 5. So here it means you're going to write 5 here. So we're just substituting on the formula, and then our n is 50. We've already bought n is the total frequency. So our n is 50. So n divided by 2, that's 25. Subtract by our FB. FB, we have said that FB is the cumulative frequency before the median class. So the cumulative frequency before the median class. So we're going to say our median class is this one. So the cumulative frequency before this one is 21. All over the frequency of the median class. So the frequency of the median class, so the median class is this one. So the frequency is 9. Therefore, the total answer which you're going to get here, let us punch it on the calculator. Therefore, the median is 171.722. So fine. Now, so for mod, now we need to calculate the mod. What the same question is saying, we need to find the mod. So mod is equals to LO plus C, open bracket, F MO subtracted by F MO subtracted by 1, close bracket, O over 2 times F MO subtracted by F MO subtracted by 1 minus FMO plus 1. So what does this mean? It means this is the lower class boundary of the model class, and then this is the class width you're going to use, that class width which you are using when you are calculating the median class. And then FMO, it means this is the frequency of the model class, and then this one FMO subtracted by 1, this is the frequency before the model class, and then this is FMO plus 1, this is the frequency after the model class. So now we know that the mode it refers to a number or to a value that occurs or appears most frequently in a data set. So we are going to look here on the frequency. When we need our mode, we are going to look on the frequency here. So if you look on our frequency, we are going to say that we are not having a number which is appearing most frequently here. So what it means is that if you are not having a number that appears most frequently, we have to take a biggest number from the data set. So from this data set of the frequency, the biggest number is 11. So therefore, it means the model class is here, where we are having the frequency of 11. We're having 175 to 179. So the lower so here it means mod is equals to the lower class boundary of the model class. Here it's 174.5 plus the class width. The class width they're going to choose the one we have get on the on the median. So we're going to use 5. And then the frequency of the model class. The frequency of the model class is 11. Subtract by the frequency before the model class, that's 9, all over 2 times the frequency of the model class, that's 11, subtract by the frequency before the median, before the model class, that's 9, subtract by the frequency after the model class, that's 6. So if we punch this on the calculator, we're going to find out that our answer is 175.93. So, thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share.